Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum student. Today I am going to solve IGCSE Mathematics paper 4 October November 2024. Before starting the paper, I request you please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon button. Let's start the question of this paper. Question number 1. Question 1, Part A. Edmi buys a new car. The price of the car is 28,240. She is given a 7.5% discount. Calculate the amount she pays. To calculate this amount, firstly, we have to calculate the discount. And the discount value here is 7.5% of the cost price. The cost price here is 28,240. Therefore, we write 7.5% into 28240, and this value will be equal to 7.5 over 100 multiplied by 28240. This value will be equal to 2118, and the amount she pays will be equal to the paid amount will be equal to cost price minus discount. And here is the cost price is 28,240 minus discount 2118, and this value will be equal to 26,122, and this is the answer. Part second, the fuel tank in the new car has a capacity 45 liter. This is 72% of the fuel tank in the old car. Calculate the capacity of the fuel tank in her old car. Look here, the capacity of the fuel in new car is equal to 72% of the capacity of the fuel in the old car. We write here is the capacity in new car will be equal to 72% of the capacity in old car. And look here, the capacity here is in new car is 45 liter, and this is 72% means 72 over 100. Capacity of the old car, we suppose that this is x. Therefore, this value will be equal to 45 multiplied by 100 divided by 72 equal to x. And we can calculate this value. 4500 divided by 72, and this value is equal to 62.5, and we write here is 62.5 liter. This is the answer. Part B, Eddie buys a new car costing 28,000. He pays the car using finance plan. The finance plan is a deposit, 47 equal monthly payments, final payment 11,490. Using this plan, Audi pays total 31,900 for the car. Calculate the deposit percentage of 28,000. Look here, we have to calculate deposit as a percentage of 28,000. Therefore, we can write this deposit percentage, deposit divided by 28,000 multiplied by 100. Firstly, we have to calculate deposit value. Look here, the finance plan is a deposit plus 47 equal monthly payment. Therefore, total monthly payment will be 47 multiply 330, and the final payment here is 11,490, and when we add all these values, this total here will be equal to 31,900, and therefore the deposit will be equal to, and we can calculate 31,900 minus 11,490 minus 47 multiplied by 330, and this value will be equal to 4,900. We can write this 4,900. Deposit value here is 4,900. Therefore, we can write 4,900 divided by 28,000 multiplied by 100%. And we can calculate 49,000 multiplied by 100 divided by 28,000, and this value equal to 17 17.5, and therefore the 17.5% is the answer. Part C, car travels 64 kilometer, uses 2.5 liter of fuel. It then 128 kilometers, 6 liter of fuel uses 6 liter of fuel. Calculate the rate at which the car uses fuel in the whole journey. Firstly, we will calculate the total distance here. The total distance here equal to 64 plus 128 kilometer, and this will be equal to 192 kilometer. And after this, we will calculate the total fuel use in this journey. This total fuel here is 6 liter and 2.5 liter. We can write this value. This is 8.5 liter of fuel. And we have to calculate the fuel in 100 kilometer. Look here, in the 192 kilometer, the fuel equal to 80.5 5 liter. And in the 1 kilometer, the fuel value will be equal to 8.5 divided by 192. And for the 100 kilometer distance, the fuel will be equal to 8.5 divided by 192 multiplied by 100. And we can calculate this 8.5 multiplied by 100. This will be equal to 850 divided by 192. And this will be equal to 4.427. And this is the 4.427 liter per 100 kilometer of the fuel uses. And in the 3SF value, we can write 4.43 liter. And this is the answer. Part D, at the start of 2021, the value of car was 46,500. At the end 2021, the value 20% less. At the end 2022, the value of car was 15% less than value of 2021. Calculate the value of car at the end of 2022. Look here, firstly, we write the value of the car 2021 is 46,500, and the value of the car at the end of 2021 will be 20% less. We write here the value of the car 2021 is 46,500, and then at the end the price is 20% less, means 80% of value of 46,500, because the starting value at in 2021 was 46,500. Therefore, this value will be 80% of 46,500, and this value will be equal to 80 over 100 multiply 46,500. This is 80 divided by 100 multiply 46,500, and this value equal to 37,200. We can write this value is equal to 37,200. Next, here is the value of the car at the end of 2022 was 15% less than the value of the car 2021. Look here, the value of the car at the end of 2021, this value is 37,200. Therefore, the value of the car at the end of 2022, this will be equal to 15% less than this value. It means 100 minus 15%, this value is 85%, and we can write 85% of this value 37,200. This will be equal to 85 over 100 multiply 37,200, and 20 will be cancelled. We can calculate this value. 85 multiplied by 372. This will be equal to 31,620. And this value is the value of the car at the end of 2022. And this is the answer. We move the next question. Question number 2, the table shows the sum values of y. Part A, complete the table. Look here. Here the value of y against x equal to -4 and x equal to -1. We will calculate this value of y by substituting the value of x equal to -4 and x equal to -1 in this equation. Firstly, we substitute -4, and therefore this value will be equal to y equal to -4 whole cube plus 4 into x. Here is -4, therefore we write -4 whole square minus 4 as it is, and this will be equal to -4 cube -64 plus 4 into -4 square, this is plus 64, and -4 is we write as it is, and this 60 -64 and 64 will be cancelled, and we get the answer -4. Against a value of x -4, value of y will be -4. Next we will calculate the value of x equal to -1, and look here, firstly we substitute this value of x in this equation, and when we substitute this value, this become -1 whole cube and plus 4 we write as it is, and in replace of x we write -1 square minus 4 we write as it is, and we simplify this value. The answer is equal to -1, and we write the value here is -1. Next, part B on the grid, draw the graph y equal to x cube plus 4x square minus 4. We can draw the graph by using these table values. And firstly, we will mark these x and y coordinate values on the x-axis and y-axis. Look here, the values of x here are -4.5. We will here -4.5 and my 1.5. This is 1.5. All other values already mentioned. Next, we will mark the value here 14.1 -4 -1. Look here, the -14 value will be just above the 15, two small square above, because on y-axis the here are 0 to 5, 10 small square, and this 10 small square having 5 units, therefore 5 over 10 small square will be equal to 0.5, and this is the one small square value. Therefore, the two small square will be equal to 1. Therefore, this value will be -15. And here the value of x is -4.5. We will draw the vertical line from -4.5, and from the y coordinate value we will draw the horizontal line. Both line meet at this, where this position, this will be -14, but this value is -14.5. We mark this value just below the -14. Therefore, this is the position. Next point, here is the -4 and -4. X coordinate is -4. This is -4. Y coordinate is -4. We draw the vertical and horizontal line from -4 to -4. Both line meets at this position. This is the point -4 -4. Next point is -3 5, and this is the -3 on x-axis, and y-axis this is the position 5. And same, we will draw the vertical and horizontal line, both meet at this position. This is the -3 5. Next is -2 4. Look here, this is the x coordinate is minus x on x-axis. This position is -2, and this is the position 4. We will draw the horizontal line, and this horizontal line and the vertical line from -2, this both meet at this position. This is the point -2 4. Next is -1 -1, and this is the position -1 -1, where the x coordinate is -1, y coordinate is -1. Next is 0 -4. Look here, 0 -4. This is 0, and y coordinate is -4. Therefore, this is the position 0 -4, because On y-axis, the values of x coordinate is 0, and therefore this position is 0, -4. Next is 1, 1. Look here, this is 1, and this position in 1, 1, and x coordinate is 1, y coordinate is 1. This position will be 1, 1. And next is 1.5 and 8.4. This is the point where the value of x coordinate is 1.5, y coordinate is 8.4. Next, we can draw the graph by joining all these points. Now we join all these points here. And by joining these points, we get the graph. This is the graph. Part C, first part, draw the tangent to the graph at point 1, 1. Look here, this is the point 1, 1. We can draw the tangent line. The tangent line, that is the line which touches the curve at one point. This is the line that touches the graph at 1, 1. After draw the tangent, part second, use your tangent to estimate gradient of the curve. The gradient of the curve, it is the vertical chain divided by horizontal chain. Vertical chain divided by horizontal chain, that will be equal to horizontal change. This will be equal to gradient of this tangent. Now we mark any 2 points on this tangent. We take this point is 1, 1, and next point here is 7.5. This is position is -7.5. Look here, we can take this vertical chain, our horizontal chain. This vertical change is -7.5 to -1. This will be equal to 8.5. We write 8.5 is the vertical change divided by horizontal change. Look here, this is the 1 unit, and therefore the gradient of this tangent will be equal to 8.5 divided by 1, and this will be equal to 8.5, and the line is rising from left to right, therefore this gradient will be positive, and this is the answer. Part D, by drawing a suitable straight line on the grid, solve the equation. Look here, this is the equation given, and we have to draw the straight line on the graph. Therefore, this is the graph equation, and we have to draw the straight line. We can get this straight line if we compare this equation by this graph equation. Look here, x cubed plus 4x squared, that will be equal to y plus 4. This y plus 4 equal to x cubed plus 4x squared. And we write here is, in replace of x cubed plus 4x squared, we write y plus 4. This is minus x minus 6. We write as it is. Here the value will be y equal to plus x plus 6 minus 4, and this will be equal to y equal to x plus 2. And this is the equation of straight line we will draw on the graph to solve the equation. And to draw this straight line, we take some values of x. Here we take x value is -2, then value of y will be, look here, -2 plus 2, y will be 0. Next we take x is 0. When we take x is 0, the y value will be 0 plus 2, and this is 2. And next we take x is 2. Look here, when we take x is 2, the value of y will be 2 plus 2. This value will be equal to 4. And here the value of x is -2. This is x equal to 0. This is x equal to 2. We get the value of y, and against these values of x and y, we can draw this straight line. -2 0. This is the position -2. And this on the x-axis, the y coordinate will be 0. Therefore, this will be the position -2, 0. Next is 0, 2. 0, 2, this is the point on y-axis where the x-coordinate is 0. Look here, this is 1 and this position will be 0, 2. Next is 2, 4. We mark the point. This is 2 on axis. This is the position on x-axis is 2 and this position will be 4. We get the straight line by joining all these points. Look here, these are the points we join. And this straight line intersects the graph. Look here, these are the intersecting point of graph and straight line. This is x equal to -3.95. This is x equal to -1.3. And look here, this is the point where the graph intersects and graph and line intersects. This position is x equal to 1.2. We can write -1.2. Therefore, the answer will be equal to x equal to -3.95 -1.3 and 1.2. And this is the solution of the equation. Question 3 part is simplified. Part first, 3m minus 5n minus 4m plus 8n. Look here, we can write this value 3m minus 4m. This will be equal to -1m. Minus 5n plus 8n, this is equal to 3n. We write the answer is -3m plus 3n. Next here is part second, 3a square into c cube whole power 4. We can write 3 power 4 and this value is a power 2 in whole power 4 and this value is c cube whole power 4 and therefore we can write this value is 81 and this is a power 8 and this value is c power 12. Next, simplify these fraction. Now, look here, the fraction here are 4x over 5 and this is -3x over 10 and this fraction is 2x plus 15. We can simplify, make the denominator same of all these fractions 5, 10, 15. When we take the LCM, the LCM will be equal to 30. Therefore, to make the denominator 30, multiply the first fraction by 6 and the next fraction we will multiply by 3, both numerator and denominator to make the fraction equivalent, and the third fraction we will multiply by 2. This becomes the denominator 30 and we will multiply also the numerator by 2. And look here, the denominator become 30. Therefore, we can simplify the numerator here. Therefore, 6 into 4 is 24x minus 9x plus 4x. And this will be equal to 24 minus 9. This is 15 plus 4 is 19 over 30x. This is the answer. Part B, this isosceles triangle has perimeter 35.5. Find the value of A. Look here, this is the isosceles triangle. And in this isosceles triangle, this dash shows that these two sides are equal. Therefore, this side will also be 3a plus 2. And we can get the perimeter. The perimeter is equal to sum of all sides around the figure. Now look here, these are the sides 3a plus 2 and next is 3a plus 2 and the third side is a. We add all these sides value, we get the 3a plus a 7a plus 2 plus 2 is 4 and the perimeter here is given for 35.5. And we can write this 7a will equal to 35.5 minus 4 and this is 31.5 and this A will be equal to 31.5 divided by 7, and we can write 7 times 4 is 28 and 3 will be carry, and this becomes 7 times 5 is 35, therefore A will be equal to 4.5. And we move to the next question. Part C, using quadratic formula, solve the equation. Look here, this is the quadratic equation. We will compare this quadratic equation to the equation ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. According to this equation, the coefficient of x squared is a, and the coefficient of x is b, and the constant we name it as c. Therefore, this value will be 5, and this value will be minus 4, and the constant here is minus 3. To solve the quadratic equation, we use this formula x equal to minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac square root over 2a, and we use this formula to solve the equation, and we substitute the value of a, b, and c. Look here, the b is minus 4 plus minus b square is minus 4 whole square minus 4 into a here is 5 and c here is minus 3. Our 2 time of a here is 5, therefore 2 into 5, and we can write this value 4 plus minus 16 plus 4 times 5 is 20, 20 times 3 is 60. Therefore, we write 16 plus 60 square root over 10, and this value is x equal to 4 plus square root 76 over 10, or 4x equal to 4 minus square root 76 over 10. Now we calculate the value here. Look here, this is equal to 1.271. We write 1.271, and the second value we can write here 4 minus square root 76 over 10. This will be equal to minus 0.471. We write minus 0.471. Therefore, answer is x equal to 1.27, and here is minus 0.471. This is the solution of this equation. Part D, solve these simultaneous equations. Y equal to x square minus 4x plus 5, y equal to 2x minus 3. We name these two equations. This is first equation and this is second equation. We can solve simultaneously if we substitute this value of y in this equation. Look here, this equation becomes 2x minus 3 equal to x square minus 4x plus 5. And we shift the value of 2x minus 3 from left to right side. This value becomes x square minus 4x. This plus 2x become minus 2x. And plus 5 we write as it is, and this minus 3 become plus 3. And this value will be equal to x square minus 6x plus 8 equal to 0. And we can write this as, and we can factorize this equation by using midterm breaking method. We write the first and last term as it is, and the middle term we can write this as by using the factor of 8. When we add, the answer is 6. Look here, 4 times 2 is 8, and when we add the 4 and 2 we get 6, and therefore this become minus 4x plus 2x, and this value become x square minus 4x minus 2x plus 8 equal to 0. We take the common from first two values. This become x into x minus 4, and next we take common minus 2, this become x minus 4 equal to 0, and we take common x minus 4 is a common here, therefore this value become x minus 2 equal to 0, and here are two possibilities, x minus 4 equal to 0 or x minus 2 equal to 0. Therefore this equation becomes 0, and at this x minus 4 equal to 0, the x will be equal to 4 and this x equal to 2. Therefore we write x equal to, firstly we write x equal to 2 and x equal to 4, and we can get the value of y if we substitute this value in equation second, y equal to 2x minus 3. Here when the value of x equal to 2, the value of y will be equal to 2 into 2 minus 3 will be equal to 1. And when x equal to 4, the value of y will be equal to 2 into 4 minus 3. This will be equal to 5. And we can write here is x equal to 2, the y 1, and x equal to 4, y equal to 5. This is the solution of the equation. Question 4. The angle of quadrilateral are WXYZ ratio between W ratio x plus 5 plus Z equal to 3 ratio 5. Find the value of W. The value of W we can calculate given ratio divided by sum of ratios multiplied by total value. Here the given ratio is 3, sum of ratio is 3 plus 5 is 8. Total value here is the sum of interior angle of quadrilateral. You know the sum of interior angle of quadrilateral 360 with 3 over 8 multiply 360, and we can divide 360 by 8, we get 45 times 8 is 360, and 45 multiplied by 3 is equal to 135, and the angle of W is equal to 135. Part B, calculate the angle BM. Look here, this is the angle BAM we have to calculate, and here this angle BAM is the interior angle of triangle ABM. In triangle ABM, the angle AMB is 105, and angle B, and the angle BAM we have to calculate. If we calculate this angle B, we can calculate the angle BAM because the sum of interior angle of the triangle is 180. Firstly, we calculate the angle B. Look here, this angle ABD equal to angle ACD because these two angles are angle on same segment. Therefore, this will be equal to 49. Write the name of property angle in same segment, and this will be the 49-degree angle. We write here is 49, and this is 105 plus BAM equal to 180, and we can write this 180 minus 105 plus 149 is 154. We write 180 minus 154. This will be equal to 26 angle BAM. This 26 degree. Part second, find angle BAD. This is the angle BAD. We have to calculate. And look here, this is the triangle BAD. In this triangle, one angle is 49. Other angle, we name it as BDA. And the third angle is BAD. And the sum of interior angle is 180. If we calculate this angle, we can get this angle. Look here, the angle BDA is equal to 45 degree because this is the angle in alternate segment. Look here, this is the chord and this is the tangent line, and the angle between chord and tangent line is 45, and against this chord Angle BDA is the angle in alternate segment, therefore we write BDA equal to 45. We write angle in alternate segment. This is the property we use here. And according to this value become 49 plus 45 plus BAD equal to 180. And this BAD will be equal to 180 minus the sum of 49 plus 45 plus 49. This will be equal to 94. And we take the difference, we get the answer 86 degree. Next part, we give the reason why BD is not the diameter of the circle. Look here, this is the straight line BD. If this straight line is BD's diameter, the angle by the diameter should be 90 degree. Look here, this angle BD makes the angle at circle. This angle here is 86 degree, and therefore we write this is not a diameter. Therefore we write the reason: if BD is diameter, then it makes angle 90, but it makes angle 86 degree at circle of circumference. Now we move the next part of the question. Part C, A, B, C, D are points on circle. Center O, ATA, TC are tangent. OA 6.75, OT 11.5. Show that angle AOC equal to 108.12. Look here, this is the right angle triangle TOA. In this right angle triangle, we name the angle AOT as suppose is x degree, and we have to calculate the angle AOC. This angle AOC will be equal to the angle, this is x degree angle TAOT, and this angle will also be x degree because these two triangles are similar, and therefore we can write angle AOC will be equal to AOT plus COC, and this is x plus x equal to 2x. And if we calculate this angle x, we can calculate the angle AOC. Look here, this length OA here is 6.75, and this length OT is 11.5. And this is the right angle triangle. According to this right angle triangle, this side is opposite to the 90 degree. Therefore, this is hypotenuse, and this is adjacent side to the angle. And we can write the trigonometric ratio, that is cos x degree will be equal to adjacent side our hypotenuse. Here the adjacent side here is 6.75, our 11.5, and this is x degree will be equal to cos inverse 6.75 divided by 11.5, and the answer will be cos inverse 6.75 our 11.5, and this will be equal to 54.58. We write here is 54.58, and this with 2 multiply 54.58. This will be equal to 108.117. We can write 108.12. This is the answer, and hence it is proved that the angle AOC is equal to 108.12. Now we move the next part of this question. To calculate the length of minor arc ABC. Look here, this is the minor arc ABC. We have to calculate this angle, and the formula of the minor arc of ABC will be equal to theta over 360 multiplied by 2 pi r. Here the theta is, this is the x degree angle, this is 108.12 divided by 360 multiplied by 2 into pi into r is radius is 6.75, and the value will be equal to 12.73 centimeter, and this is the answer. Part third, calculate the area of the major sector OCDA. Look here, this is the major sector, and we have to calculate the area of this major sector. Firstly, we have to calculate this angle AOC of the major sector. Look here, the angle will be equal to AOC will be equal to 360 minus 108.12, because the sum of adjacent angle at point is 360 degree. Therefore, we can write this value AOC will be 360 minus 108.12, and this value will be equal to 251.9, and this is angle AOC. Therefore, the area of the major sector will be equal to theta over 360 multiplied pi r square. Here the theta is 251.9 divided by 360 multiplied by pi, r is 6.75 square, and this value will be equal to 251.9 over 360 multiplied pi into 6.75 whole square. This is equal to 100.157. We write 100.15, and 3SF value we can write 100.2 centimeter square is the area of this sector. This is the answer. 5. The cumulative frequency diagram shows the information about distance traveled by each of the 80 motorists in the month. Part first, use the cumulative frequency diagram to find the estimate for the median. Look here, this is the cumulative frequency graph. In this graph, we have to calculate the median from this graph. The median is the middle value of the data. Look here, here are 80 motorists. Therefore, the middle value will be 80 over 2. This is the 40th motorist distance. We draw the horizontal line from this point 40, and then we will draw the vertical line, and this vertical line intersects the x-axis at which the distance of the motor is given. Here, look here, the value of the distance here is, firstly we see the scale. Here are 400 units, 400 kilometer equal to 10 square. Therefore, one small square will be equal to 400 divided by 10. This is 40 kilometer. Therefore, this one small square is 40. Therefore, this is 123 minus 120. This value will be equal to 1480. And this is the 1480 kilometer is the distance covered by the 40th motorist. This is the median. Next is the interquartile range. Interquartile range is the upper quartile minus lower quartile value. Upper quartile is the 3 over 4 of the total value, and 3 over 4 multiply it. Here are 80 motorists. Therefore, this value will be equal to 60. And Q1 is 1 over 4 of the total value. This value is equal to 20. We see the value of 60th motorist distance. Look here, this is the 60. And at this position, this value intersects the curve. And this is the vertical line we will draw to get the 60th motorist distance. This is 1600. Therefore, we write here the 1600 kilometer minus Q1, and Q1 is the 1 over 4 into 80th value, that's equal to 20th value. The 20th value motorist distance, look here, this is the position on cumulative frequency is 20, and we will draw the horizontal line. From this horizontal line, we will draw the vertical line, and at this position, the vertical and horizontal, this vertical line meets the x-axis, and this position, look here, this is the one small scale is 40 kilometer, therefore 1200 minus 40, this will be equal to what, 1160. We write 1160 and we kilometer, and we take the difference. This difference will be equal to 440 kilometer. This is the interquartile range. Part second, one of these motorists is picked at random. Find the probability that this motorist travel more than 1800 kilometer. Look here, this is the position 1800 kilometer. This is the position at the distance is 1800 kilometer. We will draw the vertical line. This vertical line meets the graph at this position. From this graph, we will draw the horizontal line, and at this horizontal line meets the y-axis at this position, and we see the value of the cumulative frequency. Look here, this one small scale here is equal to 2, therefore this value will be equal to 72, and we have to calculate the probability that the motorists travel more than 800 kilometers. We write the number of motorists that travel the distance more than 800 kilometers divided by total number of values. Total number of values we write N of S, and this is number of motorists who travel more than 800 kilometers. Here are 80 minus 72. We write 80 minus 72 divided by total motorists. Here are 80, and this value is equal to 8 over 80, and this is the probability, and this will be equal to 1 over 10, and this is the answer. Part B, the distance around a racing track is 5.104 kilometer. The time taken by the car to complete one lap of the track is 1 minute 18 seconds. Calculate the speed of the car in kilometer per hour. Look here, firstly, we have to calculate the time in hours because we have to calculate the speed in kilometer per hour. To calculate the time in hours, we will convert 1 minute into hour. This value will be equal to 1 over 60. And the 18 second, we will convert this into hours. This will be equal to 18 over 3600. And the total time will be equal to 1 over 60 plus 18 over 3600. We can write this 1 over 200, and this value will be equal to 1 divided by 60 plus 1 over 200, and this will be equal to 0.0216, 0.0217, and the speed will be equal to distance divided by time. The distance here is 5.104, distance in kilometer, and divided by time here is 0.0217 hour, and we can calculate this value here. 5.104 divided by 0.0217, we get 235.56, 235.57, and the answer will be equal to 236, in three significant figure value will be 236 kilometer per hour. Now we move the next part of the question. Part second, calculate an estimate of the mean top speed. A mean of the data equal to sum of values divided by total number of values. and sum of values in group data equal to summation of product of frequency and the class mark. F is the frequency, X is the class mark divided by total frequency. This will be equal to total number of values. Therefore, firstly, we have to calculate frequency and class mark. After this, we can calculate mean. Frequency is equal to area of each bar. Look here, these are the bar given here in histogram, and we have to calculate area of the bar. The area of the bar is equal to, look here, this is rectangular shape, and the area of rectangle equal to base into height. Base is the difference between class interval and height is the frequency density. Frequency density is the height of the bar. Firstly, we will calculate class width, and class width, look here, is equal to upper class boundary minus lower class boundary. Firstly, we will write the class interval here of each bar, and the first class interval here is 120 to 160, next is 160 to 180, and third bar is 180 to 200, and next is 200 to 240. This is 200 and this is 240. Next is 240 to 300. And after writing these class interval, we can calculate the class width. The class width is the difference between upper and lower class boundary, and the difference 160 to 180 is 40, and next is the difference between 180 to 160, 20, next is 20, 40, and next last difference of class interval is 60. After calculating class width, and we have to calculate the frequency density. The frequency density here is the height of the bar. Look here, the bar of first bar height is 0.2, next bar height is 1.1. We write here 0.2 and 1.1. Next third bar, this is the third bar, this height is 1.8, this is 1.8, and we will write 1.8 here, and the fourth bar height, look here, this is the fourth bar height and this is 1.6. We will write 1.6, and last bar, this is last bar, and this height is equal to, look here, this is 0.5. We write here is 0.5. And next we can calculate the frequency by multiplying the class width and the frequency density. When we multiply 40 into 0.2, we get 8, and next 20 multiply 1.1, we get 22, and next we can get the value by multiplying 20 into 1.8 is 36, 40 into 1.6 is 64, and 60 multiplied 0.5 is 30. After calculating the frequency, we have to calculate the sum of values that's equal to sum of the product of frequency and the class mark. Class mark here is X, and we can calculate class mark. It is the middle value of the class interval. Look here, the middle of 120 to 160 is 140, 160 to 180 is 170, and 180 to 200, the middle will be 190. Next class mark between 200 to 240 is 220, and the last is 240 to 300 is middle value will be 270. After calculating the class mark and frequency, when we multiply f into x, we get these values. When we multiply it into 140, this will be equal to 1120. Next, we will multiply 22 to multiply 170, and we get 3740. Next, 36 to multiply 190, 6840. Next is 64 into multiply 220, 1480, 14080, and next 30 into 270, we get to 8100. We have to calculate sum of values. We will add all these values. When we add all these values, we get 33,880, and 33,880 will be the summation fx, and divided by summation f. Summation f is the sum of frequency values, and this is equal to 160. And when we divide 33,880 divided by 160, we get 211.75. This will be the mean speed. Question 6, part A, work out 2 column vector 3 minus 5 minus 2 minus 7. Firstly, we will multiply this first column vector by 2. We get 2 times 3 is 6, 2 times 5 is minus 10. And the next column vector we write as it is 2 minus minus 7. In the next step, we will subtract the column vector 6 minus 2, and the second value we will simplify this minus 10 minus minus 7, and this value will be equal to 4 minus 10 plus 7, and this will be equal to 4 minus 3, and this is the answer. Part B, mn minus 64, m is the point 2 minus 5, find the coordinate of n. Firstly, we suppose that the coordinate of n, let the coordinate of n is AB, and we will write the n in column vector form. This is ON, and this will be equal to ON equal to AB. And next we write OM in column form. This will be equal to 2 minus 5. And we can calculate the MN. We can calculate ON by using the MN equal to, we can write MN will be equal to ON minus OM. And here we can calculate ON. If we shift OM from right to left side, this value will be OM plus MN equal to ON. Therefore, ON equal to OM plus MN, and we can write this OM here is 2 minus 5 and MN is minus 64, and this will be equal to 2 minus 6 minus 5 plus 4, and this will be equal to minus 2 minus 1, and therefore the coordinates of n will be minus 2 minus 1. Next, part second, we have to calculate the magnitude of mn, and this will be equal to x square plus y square square root. Here the value of x of mn is minus 6. We can write minus 6 whole square, and the value of y is 4. We write 4 square, and we take the square root. This value becomes 36 plus 16 square root, and this will be equal to square root 52, and we calculate this value square root 52, and this will be equal to 7.21, and this is the answer. Part C, OACB is a trapezium with OB equal to 2AC, OA equal to A, OB is 2C, and AB ratio PB 4:1, AQ is equal to 4/5 AC. Write each of the following in terms of AC. Give your answer in simplest form. Part first, AB. Look here, AB, this is the AB vector, and we have to calculate this AB in terms of small a and C. And now we can write the AB is equal to OB minus OA, and OB here is, look here, this is OB, and we can write this 2C, and OA is small a. Next we have to calculate CB. Look here, this is the vector CB, and this vector CB will be equal to CA plus AB, because we can take another route to reach the B from C. Look here, we can take this route CA plus AB. If we take this route, CA plus AB, this will be equal to CB. Therefore, we can write CA plus AB. And we can write CA is minus AC and plus AB, this is 2C minus A. And the AC value here is, look here, this is AC and this will be equal to OB over 2 and OB here is 2C. We can write 2C over 2 and therefore AC will be equal to C and therefore we write minus C plus 2C minus A and this will be equal to C minus A and this is the value of CB. Next we have to calculate OP. Look here, this is the vector OP will be equal to OA plus AP. If we take this root OA plus AP, this will be the second possibility to reach the position P from O. Therefore, we can write OP equal to OA plus AP. And here is AP. Look here, this is AP ratio given here. We can write AP our PB, this ratio equal to 4 ratio 1. Look here, this AP is 4 and this PB is 1. Therefore, if we take AB will be equal to 4 plus 1, 5. Therefore, if we take ratio AP over AB, this will be equal to 4 over 1 plus 4 and this is 4 over 5 and therefore we can write AP will be equal to 4 over 5 AB and we write here is AP is 4 over 5 AB and we write OA as it is. In the next step, we take the value OA. OA here is A, we write A as it is. And 4 over 5 we write as it is. And AB, look here, this is the AB value. This is 2C minus A. We simplify this value. We get A plus 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 over 5C minus 4 over 5 into A minus 1 over 4 over 5A. We simplify this 1 minus 4 over 5. Therefore, we can write this 5 minus 4 over 5 and this is 1 over 5 and this is 1 over 5A plus 8 over 5C. We take the common 1 over 5 and this value become A plus 8C and this is the answer. Next, we have to calculate the value QP. This is the vector QP and QP vector equal to QA plus AP if we take the root from Q to A to P and this will be equal to QA plus AP. And look here, the QA, we can write this minus AQ. If we reverse the vector, this will be equal to minus AQ and plus AP. Look here, this is AP equal to 4 over 5 AB. We can write 4 over 5 AB. AQ, look here, this is AQ. This value is already given in the question. This will be equal to 4 over 5 AC. We write 4 over 5 AC. We write minus as it is. AC here is equal to C. Look here, this is the AC. And this is equal to C. We write C in replace of AC. Next, plus 4 over 5 AB, we write as it is 4 over 5. AB here is value of AB is 2C minus A. And this will be equal to 4 over 5C plus 8 over 5C minus 4 over 5A. And we can write 4 over 5C plus 8 over 5C. The denominator of both value is same, therefore we can take the difference between numerator. The 8 minus 4 is 4, so we can write 4 over 5C minus 4 over 5A. And this is the answer of QP. And now we move the next part, second part of this statement. Use your answer to make two statements about relationship between QP and CP. Look here, QP is equal to 4 over 5C minus 4 over 5A. And next here is CB, and CB here is C minus A. And look here, we can write QP in terms of, if we take the common 4 over 5, we write C minus A, and C minus A is equal to CB. Therefore, we write 4 over 5 CB, and therefore QP equal to 4 over 5 CB. Therefore, QP and CB will be parallel. If we write here is QP is parallel to CB because QP is equal to 4 over 5 CB. Question 7 part A. The diagram shows a field ABCD with B is not B north of A, BD is path across the field. Show that angle CBD equal to 81 degree. Look here, this is the angle CBD, this angle, and the triangle CBD. The sum of interior angle of triangle equal to 180. We write here is CBD plus 39 plus 60 equal to 180, and this CBD will be equal to 180 minus 60 minus 39, and this will be equal to 81 degree. Next, calculate CD. This length we can calculate by using the sine rule. Look here, according to the sine rule, the length CD, our sine of this opposite angle to this side is 81. We write CD over 81 equal to 129. We take the length, given length, the given length is BD, is 129. Our sine of opposite angle of this side, look here, this is 60 degree. We write sine 60. And therefore, we can write this CP will be equal to 129 multiply sine 181 over sine 60. We can calculate this value here, and this value will be, and this is 147.12, and we can write in 3SF 147. This is the answer. Part third, show that the angle ABD is 31.6 degree. Look here, this is the angle ABD. This is ABD. We can calculate this angle ABD. We use the cosine rule. And look here, this is the triangle ABD. And if we use the cosine rule, we take the length AD square will be equal to square of other sum of square of other two sides is AB square plus BD square minus 2 times of these two adjacent length AB into BD into the cos of angle between them. This is cos B. And look here, AB length is here is 85 square, BD length here is 129 square, AD length here is 72 minus 2, AB is 85 into BD here is 129 and cos B. Now we can calculate this value. If we shift the cos B value from right to left side, this become 2 into 85 into 129 cos B equal to 85 square plus 129 square, and this 72 square we shift from left to right, this become minus 72 square, and this cos B will be equal to 85 square plus 129 square minus 72 square divided by 2 into 85 into 129, and we can calculate this, and this will be equal to 0.851. We write here is 0.851 19 and B will be equal to cos inverse 0.8519 and this will be 31.58. We write here is 31.58 and this is 31.6 in 3SF and 31.6 degree is the answer. This is the value of angle ABD and this is the hence it is verified. Part 4, find the shortest distance from A to BD. Look here, this is the point A and this line is BD. The shortest distance of a point from a line is the perpendicular distance from the line to that point. Look here, if we draw the perpendicular from A to BD, this is the shortest distance from A to BD. We suppose that this perpendicular intersects the BD at point E and this is the point E and look here we have to calculate this length AE and this AE is the shortest distance. We name it as H and look here this is the right angle triangle, therefore we use the trigonometric ratio and this angle is 31.6 and the opposite this 85 is the adjacent side of this angle and the H is the opposite side and we take the ratio opposite our adjacent. This is opposite our adjacent. This ratio equal to 10. Therefore, 10 31.6. Opposite length here is H and adjacent length is 85 meter. And this is 10 31.6. We write as it is. Therefore, length H will be equal to 85 multiplied 10 31.6 degree and we can calculate this value here. This is 85 multiply 10 31.6 and this is 52.29. We write 52.29 and in 3SF value this will be equal to 52.3 meter is the shortest distance and we write the answer here. Part 5, find the bearing of P from C. Look here, this is the bearing of P from C. We take the angle from the north at C in clockwise direction towards P. This angle is, we name it as NCB. And this angle will be equal to 360 minus this angle, we name it as X degree. And this is 360 minus X. We can calculate this angle X. Look here, this is the line CN and this is the line NA. And look here, these two angles will be the alternate angle. And this alternate angle will be equal, this is 81 plus 31.6, this will be equal to 112.6. Therefore, this will be equal to 112.6. And if we subtract this value X is 112.6, we write 360 minus 112.6. This will be equal to 247.4 and this is the bearing of P from C. Next, part 5, trees are planted in the field. The number of trees planted in the 1100 per hectare. Calculate the total number of trees planted in the field. 1 hectare equal to 10,000. We can calculate the number of trees planted in the field. Firstly, we have to calculate the area of the field. The area of the field here is the area of triangle ACD plus area of triangle BCD. And area of triangle ACD, we can write this area will be equal to 1 over 2 into product of the adjacent side 85 into 129 and the sine of angle between them and this is sine 31.6 degree plus area of triangle BCD will be equal to 1 over 2 product of two adjacent sides and the sine of angle between them. Look here, the two adjacent sides here is 129 and 147. We write 1/2 into 129 into 147 into sine of angle between them is 39 degree. And we can calculate this total area here by using the calculator. Look here, this is 1/2 into 85 into 129 into sine 31.6 plus 1/2 into 129 multiply 147 multiply sine 39, and this value 8840 meter square, and we will convert this into a hectare. If we divide this value 1000, we get 8840 divided by 10,000. This value become 0.884 hectare, and here are the number of trees. Number of trees we write here is trees, and this is area, and this area in hectare. Look here, 1100 trees in 1 hectare and 0.084 hectare. The number of tree will be x, and we can write this x over 1100, 0.884 over 1, and we can write this x equal to 1100 multiply 0.884, and this will be equal to 1100 multiplies 0.884, and this is 972, and therefore 972 trees will be planted in this field. Next part of this question, 7 part B, rectangle has area 9400 centimeter square, length 80 centimeter, calculate upper bound of the width. The area of rectangle is equal to length multiplied by width. Therefore, width will be equal to area over length, and width here is we have to calculate upper bound value, and therefore the area we will take upper bound value and the length we will take lower bound. When we take this ratio, we get the width of upper bound value. Here the area is given here is 9400 centimeter square. Here the accuracy of this area is 100 centimeter square. Therefore, the error will be equal to half of this value. This is 100/2. This will be equal to 50 centimeter square. Therefore, if we add the value 50 centimeter square, this will be the upper bound value of this area. This will be equal to 9450 centimeter square, and the length is here is 80 centimeter. The lower bound value of the length will be equal to 80 minus error. Error will be equal to half of the accuracy. Here the accuracy is 10, therefore half of 10 is 5. Therefore we write 80 minus 5, and this will be equal to 75 centimeter. Value will be the lower bound of the length. Now we can write this 9450 over 75, and this will be equal to 126, and the 126 centimeter is the answer. Question number 8, part A. The bag contains 24 color ball. Some are red, some are blue, and 10 are yellow. On one bead is picked at random from the bag. Find the probability that the bead is yellow. Here we have to calculate probability of yellow bead, and this probability of yellow bead will be equal to total number of yellow beads. Number of yellow beads divided by total number of beads. And look here, the total number of yellow beads here are 10, And total beads here are 24. We write 10 over 24, and this will be equal to 5 over 12. And next part second, the bead is not yellow. The bead is not yellow will be P of, we write is P of V dash. We can write 1 minus P of yellow bead, and this will be equal to 1 minus 5 over 12. We will simplify this value. This become 12 minus 5 over 12, and this is equal to 7 over 12. Next, part B, another bag contains 5 green marbles, 6 white marble, 4 black marble, 2 marble. Mira picks 2 marble without replacement. Find the probability that the first marble is black and the second marble is white. Therefore, the probability will be equal to first marble is black into probability of first marble black is already taken. We can write P of W2 over P1, and here the probability of P1 equal to number of black marble. This here are 4 out of total marble. Total marble here are 5 plus 6 plus 4. Here are 15. We write 4 over 15. Next we have to pick second marble is white. 6 here are white marble. We write 6 out of 14 because 15 total marble. One marble is already taken. Black marble is already taken. The remaining will be 14. Therefore, this will be equal to 6 times 4 over 15 times 14, and we can simplify this. 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 7 is 14, 3 times 2 is 6, 3 times 5 is 15. We can write 4 over 35. This is the probability of the part first. Next part, both marble have different color. Probability of both marble different color. This will be equal to 1 minus probability of marble having same color. The probability of same color marble will be equal to probability of both marble are green, G1, G2, and next plus probability of white marble W1, W2, and probability of black marble B1, B2. Probability of green marble, here are 5 marbles out of 15. Next we take second marble if green, therefore the remaining marble will be 4 because one green marble is already taken. The total marble will be 14 because one marble we already taken. Therefore, we can write 5 over 15 into 4 over 14. And next here is the white marble. Here are 6. We write 6 out of 15. And next we select the second marble is white. Therefore, the white marble will be 5 out of 14 because one marble is already taken. Next we take black marble. This will be 4 out of 15. And second black marble will be and the remaining black marble will be 3 because one marble is already taken, and this will be 3 out of 14. In all these questions you should remember here the marble is without replacement. It means the remaining marble will be, when we select one marble, the remaining marble will be one less than. And here we can write this 1 minus 15 into 14 is the LCM, and this is 5 times 4 is 20 plus 6 times 5 is 30 and 4 times 3 is 12, and we can write this 15 times 14 is equal to 210, and this is equal to 20 plus 30 is 50 plus 12 is 62 and 1 minus 210, and we can write this 31 over 105. We divide this fraction by 2, and this is 1 minus 31 over 105 over 1, and this will be equal to 105 minus 31 over 105. and this is 74 over 105, and this will be the probability of both marble have different color. 9 f of x equal to 2x minus 5, g of x equal to x square minus 2x. Part A, find f of 7. Look here, f of x is 2x minus 5, therefore f of 7 will be equal to 2 into 7 minus 5. We will substitute the value of x in this equation, and this will be equal to 2 into 7 minus 5, and this is 14 minus 5, this is equal to 9. Next is gf of 7. Firstly, we will calculate f of 7. Look here, f of 7 here is 9. Therefore, we can write this g f of 7 is g of 9, and this g of x is equal to x square minus 2x. If we replace x with by 9, we write g in g of 9 equal to, and in replace of x we write is 9 square minus 2 into 9, and this is 81 minus 18, and this will be equal to 63. And next is part third, f inverse of x. Look here, f of x is 2x minus 5, and we can write this y equal to f of x, and we can write f of x equal to y, and therefore x equal to f inverse of y. If we make x as a subject in this equation, we can calculate the inverse value. Look here, we can write this y equal to 2x minus 5, and we shift this value 5 from right to left side. This become y plus 5 equal to 2x, and therefore 2x will be equal to y plus 5, and x will be equal to y plus 5 over 2, and you can write this in replace of x, f inverse y equal to y plus 5 over 2. Therefore, we replace y by x, and this will be equal to f inverse of x equal to x plus 5 over 2. This is the answer. Next part B, f g f of x plus 3g of x. Give your answer in this form, ax squared plus bx. Look here, and we can write this gf of x, and f of x here is 2x minus 5, we write 2x minus 5, and minus 3 g of x, we write 3 into g of x is x squared minus 2x. And we can write this g of 2x minus 5 equal to, in replace of x we write 2x minus 5 whole square minus 2 into 2x minus 5. And we can write this 2x minus 5 whole square. This will be equal to 4x square minus 2 into 2x into 5. This will be equal to 20x plus 25. We expand this to x minus 5 whole square using the identity a square minus 2ab plus b square. And we write the remaining values is minus 4x plus 10. And we can write this 4x square minus 20x plus 25 minus 4x plus 10, and this will be equal to 4x minus 20 minus 4 minus 24x plus 25 plus 10 is plus 35. And we write this g of 2x minus 5, 4x square minus 24x plus 35, and minus 3x square we write it as it is minus minus plus 3 times 2 is 6x. And this value equal to 4x square minus 3x square is x square, minus 24 plus 6 is minus 18x, and plus 25, and this is the quadratic form of equation of this answer. Question 10. A curve has equation y equal to x cube minus 9x square minus 48x. Differentiate this x cube minus 9x square minus 40x. To differentiate to this, we can write d over dx of x cube minus 9x square minus 48x. Differentiate this function, we will use this formula: derivative of x power n equal to n into x power n minus 1. Therefore, when we differentiate this x cube, we can write this 3 into x power 3 minus 1, and next we write here is 9 as it is we write, and the derivative of x square will be 2 times x power 2 minus 1, and next value is 40 minus 48x. We have to take the derivative of 48x. There will be 48 into 1 into x power 1 minus 1. This value becomes 3 into x square, and this is 18 into x, and this is 48 because x power 0 is 1. Therefore, the function becomes 3x square minus 18x minus 48. And next part B, find the coordinates of turning points of the graph. Look here, suppose this is the graph, and the turning point, at this turning points, the gradient of tangent is 0. And look here, this is dy over dx is the gradient of tangent. Here, this value is dy over dx. And this value dy over dx, 3x square minus 18x minus 48 equal to 0, because the derivative of this function is the gradient of tangent, and gradient of tangent at turning point equal to 0. Therefore, dy over dx is 3x square minus 18x minus 48 equal to 0. Now we simplify this, we divide this equation by 3, and we get x square minus 6x minus 16 equal to 0. We will factorize this equation to get the value of x, and look here, we can write this x square, we write as it is, minus 16 as it is, and the middle value we will write in the form of two values. When we subtract, the answer is 6. When we multiply these values, the answer is 16. Therefore, we take the factor of 16. Here is 8 times 2 is 16. Therefore, 8 and 2 will be the factor. If we take 8 minus 2, the answer will be 6. And we can write this as 8x minus 2x in replace of 6x, and we will expand this equation: x square minus 8x minus plus 2x minus 16 equal to 0, and we take the common x here, we get x into x minus 8, and plus 2 is a common, the value become x minus 8 equal to 0. And look here, x minus 8 is common in both terms. We take x minus 8 as a common, the remaining value will be x plus 2 equal to 0. And here the value of x will be x minus 8 equal to 0 or x plus 2 equal to 0 to get the if we put the value in this equation, the equation becomes 0. Therefore, this x minus 8 equal to 0, it will become x equal to 8, and this become x equal to 2. And to calculate the value of y, look here, the value of y here is x cube minus 9x square minus 48x. Here the value of x here is x equal to 8. This is x equal to minus 2. We write is x equal to minus 2. Okay. And next we will calculate the value of y using this equation. And here when the x equal to 8, the value of y will be y equal to 8 cube minus 9 into 8 square minus 48 into 8. And this value will be equal to minus 448. And the next value here is x equal to minus 2. And we can write this y equal to minus 2 whole cube minus 9 into minus 2 whole square minus 48 into minus 2. And this will be equal to minus 8 minus 36 and minus plus 48 times 2 is equal to 96. And we can write this minus 44 plus 96 equal to 52. Therefore, x equal to minus 2, y is 52, and x equal to 8, y equal to minus 448. And this is the answer. Part C, determine each of the turning point is maximum or minimum. Give your answer. To take the turning points, here at is x equal to 8 and x equal to minus 2. To get the turning points is maximum or minimum, we take the second derivative. Here is the dy over dx equal to 3x square minus 18x minus 48, and we can get the turning points if we take second derivative d square y over dx square, and this will be equal to 3 into x square, derivative is 2 times of x power 2 minus 1 is 1, minus 18 into x power 1 minus 1 is 0, and minus 48 is a constant, derivative is constant, is 0. We write here is 6x minus 18, and we substitute the value x equal to 8. This value will be equal to 6 times 8 minus 40 minus 18, and this will be equal to 30. Second derivative d square y over dx square is greater than 0. Therefore, the turning points will be minimum at this point. The turning point is the minimum point. When d square y is greater than 0, this is minimum at x equal to 8, and we see the at x equal to minus 2, d square y over dx square is 6x minus 18. For x equal to minus 2, this value becomes 6 into minus 2 into minus 6 into minus 2 minus 18. This will be equal to minus 30. Therefore, d square y over dx square is less than 0. Therefore, the turning point will be maximum at this value. And we write turning point is maximum at x equal to minus 2. This is the answer.